Oh man, this is tough, but I think I will go with you, HLS.
I knew it.
Your group, you said that there's a rhyme and reason to it. I just don't see it. With you got Chris Brown, Mario, then you go Anthony Hamilton, John Stevie Wonder legend. It just seems too discorded there. I need you to explain what is the actual vision. You know what? How about this? Maybe this is a question for both of y'all. What is the name of your R&B group? It's your boy, SoSo Juv. Here we in the building. Welcome to another episode of the My 5 Cents podcast. Let me go and reintroduce the characters. We have HLS in the building.
What up?
We have Logical Genius in the building.
Yo.
And we have our illustrious guest, Amani Roberts, still in the building.
What's up? Let's go.
All right. And once again, welcome to the best kept secret in podcasting. This is part 2. This is called the persuasion round, in which we are going to recap our list. And I'm going to kick us off with the recap. And my 5 cents on the best R&B male supergroup, we have at number 5, Barry White. At number 4, Babyface. At number 3, R. Kelly. Number 2, Ronald Isley. And number 1, Usher. HLS, who you have?
In my 5-member group, I got Teddy Pendergrass. I got Mario. I got Anthony Hamilton, Chris Brown, and John Legend.
And for my group, I have Marvin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, Bill Withers, and Michael McDonald.
And Amani, this is the segment of the show where we like to get into cross-examination, where we like to poke little holes in each other's lists. Do you have any questions for us as you deliberate in this cross-examination?
Okay, so I have a question for all three of you. Can you all explain why no one picked Stevie Wonder?
I know. I knew that was coming up.
I needed some mobility. And it's hard to have a little mobility with Stevie. You have some limitations.
What does that mean?
Stevie could drive a car,
I'm all for
Stevie could drive a car. He could
drive
a car.
I know.
What do you mean?
I know. I'm just not going to be a passenger in that car. It's not happening.
He could drive a car, so he's got mobility.
For me, it was tough. You're right. Stevie Wonder is up there. There's a few other names that we left on the table, but I think for me, it's about balance, right? I'm a Libra, so I like balance, and I feel like you can't have an R&B group with superstars, even though we're calling this the superstar R&B group, but they still have to gel together, right? You can't have a basketball team with all 5 superstars. They haven't really won much, right? But you have to have the role players involved. So you have to have role players in the R&B group.
Yeah, for me, when I'm thinking world tour, when I'm thinking cross promotion, when I'm thinking Video Soul comes back, I need some of the SoSo Juv. I need Stevie to be more mobile instead of just sitting at the panel. Granted, he could kill it, but I felt like John Legend was today's version of Stevie.
Okay. The disrespect is real.
What? Wow, what are you guys talking about?
My follow-up question is this. For all of you all, then I have a specific question about the groups. Can someone explain why no one selected Prince?
For me, I'll take this one first. Prince, huge talent, huge artist. He was just too far out there for me. Like, he was the one that's going to wear the chaps. He doesn't want to follow the group code. He doesn't want to wear a suit. He's going to be the one wearing chaps with the ass out. And I felt like that's too much. And the Me Too movement, I think it was a little too much.
I'm not worried. But I had Michael.
So,
They
yeah.
can't be in the same. They can't be in the same team.
I know
They
they
had
were kind of
respect
rivals.
for each other,
So,
but
yeah.
that is one song. Maybe even you might get to one record and you're done. I need to make money off this R&B group. That's not happening with Michael and Prince on the same team.
I can understand that. So.
Yeah. Now, for me, if the topic was all-star rock band, Prince is on. But when we're talking R&B, I think some of the things that we just discussed, as far as him sliding down a lamppost in the middle of the concert, throwing everybody off, it's too much energy. His energy is Bobby Brown on 5,000. And there's just no containing that within the group. I love Prince, but within the group, like, we would have to kick him out. And who wants to kick Prince out of a group?
I mean, he gonna kick you out of the group. So he's been known to do that. He's been known to fire people. So he gonna kick you out the group. Okay. I'm gonna go to Logical Genius next. You selected Bill Withers. Selected Bill Withers. I was thinking a better selection instead of Bill Withers could have been Donny Hathaway, El DeBarge. What are your thoughts on that? Sam Cooke too?
I have a thing for that song. I mean, it's just call it a personal pick, right? I mean, it's my personal list, but I love the tone of his voice. I love the emotion. I mean, all the people in my group have like emotion when they sing. It's just something about that song. Just I'm a big Bill Withers fan. That's just me picking from emotion and not from logic, ironically.
Okay, because your name is Logical Genius, and we're trying to sell records and fill up a tour. We have to select logically.
Hey, we'll sell out records and sell out tours with Bill Withers. I think he has that.
Okay, HLS, Anthony Hamilton, love the pick, but I was thinking someone who could be even more impactful is Tank. What are your thoughts on replacing Anthony with Tank?
So Tank is a great artist. He's actually one of my favorites. Ironically, and you might fault me for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We talked about Teddy Swims. I actually think Teddy Swims' version of "I Can't Make You Love Me" is better than Tank's. But outside of that little sidebar, Anthony's voice is just so distinct. It's so soulful and raspy. It's unlike any other voice now. Like, it's when you hear Anthony, you know it's him.
Okay.
You know it's him.
Okay. Like, Tank has probably one of the best slow jam songs in the last 20, 25 years with Maybe I Deserve. So always like to bring that up. Also, Mario, you picked Mario.
You did.
How do you feel about Luke James instead of Mario?
Luke James is a great artist. Fantastic. I just don't know his body of work like I know Mario's.
Okay.
Yeah, he does have a great voice. He slayed the Johnny character in the New Edition story. I've heard him sing a couple of times live or on other award shows. Great talent. He's just not on my radar enough. To your point, he doesn't have the publicity that other artists have.
Since you mentioned New Edition, no one picked Johnny Gill. Why not?
Because I have Bobby. Bobby.
You could have picked Johnny instead of Bobby, but you wanted a bad boy, so you got your bad boy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. That's exactly balance.
I mean, Johnny has worked and been around Marvin Gaye, and they've got some history. Johnny with Michael McDonald, like, ooh, that could be something there.
Mm-hmm.
If someone picked Teddy P, Johnny was going to be my next one.
Okay, so you said
Yeah, for me, it didn't mix with what I was building. The fact that I was able to get Usher first and then Ronald Isley and R. Kelly, Johnny didn't fit in with what I had going on with this group and my vision for this group.
Okay, we're gonna stay with you, SoSo Juv. What was the inspiration behind Babyface? Because I love that choice, but you tell me why you picked Babyface.
Yes. So once again, in the vision of my R&B group, I have R. Kelly in the songwriting piece. And that was the same for me on the Babyface, but more on the sensual side. So my group, I feel like it touches all aspects of R&B. We can get all of it, right? We can get the I believe you can I believe I can fly, then you can get Black Panties. Like I think we have a range. And then you have Babyface who's like, "Hey, and our album really could be a 2 CD track, you know, for the freaks and for the lovers." You know what I'm saying? Like the songwriting is why I needed Babyface to balance out R. Kelly. And I feel like my group, this is a banging group right here. That's how I feel.
Okay. I also wanted to ask the group, who else did I forget? Oh, like no one picked. I'm trying to think where he would fit. Like I might see him in HLS's group, like Stokely from Mint Condition. No one thought about him, gave him any thought. He could be the drummer and the singer.
Again, another talented artist. I think for me,
Yeah.
he's like the guy who fills in when my other starting five can't make it. He's like come off the bench 6.
Oh, he's your 6th man. Okay.
He's my 6th man.
Okay.
For me, I mean, I would have to say, like, who would I drop from my list for him? I don't know if I would drop anyone from my roster.
You could drop Michael McDonald. I mean, he was your last pick. And I love Michael McDonald. I love the Blue-Eyed Soul.
There's a reason for him. There's a reason for him. There's a logical reason for him.
What's the reason? Tell us.
Oh, well, we're like I said earlier, we're trying to appease a broader audience. Right? We want to appease the masses, right? And for my team, I mean, like I have 4 prominent Black men. You can say something about MJ if you want to. I don't care. But Michael Madonna is that. They got a white dude on the squad. Ooh, and he can
He's
sing.
trying to cross over. He's trying to cross over.
Look at hey. Look at the TikTok video that went viral with the dude that sang Keith Sweat on the cruise. The white dude, the white kid. That blew up and people were like, ooh, and now he was brought on tour by Keith Sweat. You know, like he blew up. So, you know, you got the Michael McDonald when he opens his mouth and sing, and people aren't expecting it, like, oh, okay, he got some soul. That's my reason. That's my logic.
So you trying to cross over before we even get on tours. Okay. So then my final question is no Casey or JoJo from Jodeci. I mean, you pick some bad boys there. Casey's he's known as like a bad boy himself.
Again, for me, really talented singers, they just don't meet that level of my other starting 5. They might be maybe in my top 15.
Oh, I'm gonna have to disagree there, KC.
Oh, but if you think about it, like my other honorable mentions, if you think about it, we mentioned Johnny Gill, right? Dave Hollister. You pick any one of the ones from Boys to Men, any single one of them. To me, they all outdo Casey and JoJo. For me.
Oof. I'll have to disagree there. That them boys, really? Especially at their heyday, they could sing the phone book because they're from the gospel. They're from the gospel roots.
Are you saying Casey and JoJo tops Boys to Men?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying as a singer, Casey or JoJo would top Mario for sure.
No lies there.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, okay, I have to pick first, second, and third, right?
Not yet. We still want the opportunity to sway your decision just a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let SoSo Juv go first. SoSo Juv, what do you got for cross-examination?
Oh man, this is tough, but I think I will go with you, HLS.
I knew it.
Your group. You said that there's a rhyme and reason to it. I just don't see it. With you got Chris Brown, Mario, then you go Anthony Hamilton, John Stevie Wonder legend. Like it just seems too discorded there. Like I need you to explain what is the actual vision. You know what? How about this? Maybe this is a question for both of y'all. What is the name of your R&B group?
I mean, mine is simple. The Legends. But here's my rhyme or reason in case you missed it. Teddy Pendergrass could just hum a note. Turn off the lights, and then the crowd goes wild. Mario, as I mentioned, he's the looker of the group. He could sing and just get the girls just walking around stage. He's good. Anthony Hamilton, as I mentioned, his voice is just so distinct, so unique. Chris Brown is my bad boy who can sing, since that one standout in the group. And John Legend, he could play the piano and do it all. And do it all. He could sing. He could do a little two-step in the group if need be, but you don't have to have him doing the two-step. Man, you don't need it. He could just play the piano and sing his heart out. While they're doing the costume change, he gets to be playing the keys. Everyone has a role to play. Everyone.
Logical. What's the name of your R&B group?
It's so easy. It's so obvious. It's a Logical Soul. That's the name of my group. Logical Soul. Like, come on. That's an easy question. That's a no-brainer. Come on.
I can't. Okay, I'm the HLS. What do you have for cross-examination?
I kind of want to ask both of you guys a question. We touched upon Logical Genius and Michael McDonald. Out of all the Caucasians you could pick out of diversity for DEI hires, is that really the best one? And then for SoSo Juv, you have a really controversial pick. I think we need to call it out. Everybody knows. R. Kelly, and you're talking about black panties, and you have the freak. How does the heyday of R. Kelly, knowing what we know, fit into your group? Whoever wants to go first, by all means.
I'll go first, I guess, since you asked the question to me first. I mean, would I pick somebody else? Yeah, I thought about others, I guess, right? But Michael McDonald is talking about singing voices. I mean, I was going to throw in someone more. I mean, depending on where you put him, because he had his moment, right? Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. The other white guy in the 90s.
John
oh
B?
my goodness, I'm blanking on his name. John B. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about him, but I'm like, nah, Michael McDonald's my boy. That's my dog. I'm sticking with Michael.
Honestly,
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, but you can't keep R. Kelly off of the list. And how does he mix? Did he not revitalize, or not? I don't want to say revitalize because that's a disrespect to a legend. Did he not extend Ronald Isley to a new group of listeners?
Yeah.
Kelly Price's joint, the song that he wrote there, Friend of Mine, huge. And he was able to kind of blend in the old and the new. You see concerts with Mr. Biggs, Ronald Isley, and he is pulling a younger generation. That only happens because of R. Kelly. R. Kelly's pen game was vicious at his prime. He was writing for everyone. Michael Jackson, everybody and their mom. So you talk about an R&B group without R. Kelly. Ah, man, yeah, you guys lost the game.
He had other game that was vicious, but we're not going to talk about that.
Gotta keep him locked up, but yeah.
I mean, but I'm just saying. That's why my group name is Love and Sex. That's it. We love and sex.
Well, the reason why I couldn't pick him is because of our format. You already picked him, so I couldn't pick him. He was on my list to be picked. So same way you couldn't pick Michael Jackson. That's a logical answer for you. I guess my cross examination. I mean, HLS. Yeah, doo-doo.
That's fine.
So I'll go to you, I guess. I mean, you listen. For the most part, with the exception of SoSo Juv list, I think we have strong people on our list, right? Like these, you can't knock Usher, Ron Isley, R. Kelly, maybe Babyface, Barry White. I I see. I think I see where you're going with your list. I think Barry White is probably the one that throws off the list the most. I think, if you're looking at them, like I mean, with the exception of Ron Isley, Ron Isley is more recent, like you mentioned, because of R. Kelly, right? And Amani mentioned that the Isley brothers have been, for 6 decades in a row, right? Usher is relatively modern, a modern R&B artist. R. Kelly, it's relatively modern in the last 20 years or so. Babyface as well. Barry White is probably the only one that kind of takes you out of this most modern era, I think. So that's probably the only knock I would have on your list is Barry White. For that reason. Not to say that he's bad or anything like that.
Barry was tough because my honorable mention was Luther Vandross. And I was struggling between the two, but the way the chips kind of laid, I was like, all right, I don't have a deep voice on my team. And that's why I went with Barry, because I'm thinking, okay, R. Kelly making or writing for Barry in that deep voice, singing some sort of interlude, you know what I'm saying? Those 1 minute and 30-second like type tracks in between. Like, I think that would be absolutely killer. So that's why I went with Barry over Luther. Although Luther, I was like, oh my God, I really want to put you on there. But
yeah,
I was like, where the chips kind of laid, that's how I had to put it. So Amani, it is decision time.
Okay.
We want to know who had the worst list. Who's number 3?
Third place.
Okay, coming in at number 3, and it's not even close. HLS. Just don't like the group. Just doesn't fit well. It's not good. Not very good.
Amani, I'm so glad how assertive and sure you are on that number 3 pick, because it's so obvious. It's like we should have told you pre-show, like, listen, you're gonna pick HLS at number 3, so don't even bother. But you stuck. We're not even not telling you. You stuck to the script.
Yeah,
it's R&B. This is your topic, HLS. This is your topic, and you failed.
And this is why I should have won.
You should have, but the group is not. I mean, you passed up on Michael Jackson. You passed up on Ronald Isley. You passed up. I like the Chris Brown pick. That's a good choice there. That's probably the favorite one of the one. But instead of John Legend, you put John Legend instead of Stevie Wonder. Like, John Legend is nothing without Stevie Wonder. I don't care about mobility. They can be creative on set. I don't care.
All right, Amani. We want to know who is in first place. We don't care about second place. Just give us who is the champ for this week.
The champ this week is SoSo Juv, and I'll tell you why. Tell me. I love the pick. I love you way you grab Babyface at number 4, because I think he can bring everyone together. He's just like, he's one of my favorites, still touring. He's got so many hits. I like Ronald Isley choice. I personally disagree with Logical. I think Barry White is a phenomenal choice, because Barry White will give you a second strong pen. You don't realize, but he's a really, really phenomenal songwriter. He produced a lot of music. And I think the wild card is R. Kelly. And you cannot have an R&B group with success. Now we got to lock R. Kelly up. He has to only come to the song concerts and do the music, and he can't be out in public. But he's got a vicious pen.
He cannot be at no high school proms, R. Kelly. No, we're not playing at the prom.
No. We're gonna put you. You're gonna be in the studio, then you're gonna go to your room. That's it. You can't come out. You can go to Cheesecake Factory, get some food, but you're gonna be watched. And that's it. He used to love to go to the Cheesecake Factory in Chicago. I remember when I lived there, I used to see him there. And I just think it's a good group, and I just think it's just well chosen. And you kind of, and then you had your honorable mention as Luther, which would have been just as strong as Barry White, because that's another one I'm wondering why wasn't Luther on the list, but that's my favorite right there.
Okay. So Amani, thank you for that first and foremost. But we want to know at this time, who would you put in your super group? And you could pick any person. Who would you put in your super group?
So I got a list here. I would pick Stevie Wonder. I would have Johnny Gill. I would also pick Babyface. I would pick Tank. And then the 5th member, I'm debating between El DeBarge, Donny Hathaway, Jeffrey Osborne, and Ronald Isley. I'd probably pick Donny Hathaway just for nostalgia's face, but that would be my group right there.
Okay.
What is it about Donnie that provides you such nostalgia?
That song, he did the song "A Song for You."
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best love songs that's ever been written and some performed. And I think that he was gone too soon. He gave us Layla Hathaway, and I just think that he's an overlooked legend as well.
That's fair. That's fair.
And he's from, I think he's from Chicago as well, right?
I don't know where he's from, but I mean, he gave us Layla, and Layla's still killing it. And yeah, I mean, I have Luke James on my list. Like a lot of people, KC, JoJo, but Stokely. But I
It's
think
hard.
Stevie,
It's more people you can leave off than put on, right? And then
yeah, I didn't
that's
even
where
talk
it gets
about
really
Prince. I think Prince is still first R&B and then pop, but we'll let that go.
I'm surprised. Speaking of, I'm surprised no one knocked my pick of MJ because he's the king of pop, right?
He's both. He's
No,
both.
R&B,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
R&B Michael?
Yes.
R&B
Yeah.
Michael was a
yeah.
killer. Lady of
Yeah.
My Life, a killer.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was a killer.
That's a good song.
Human Nature. Yeah. I
Human
like
Nature.
Michael Jackson's probably your strongest pick, and then Marvin Gaye. Those are two
Those are
strong
my
picks.
1 and 2s. Those are my 1 and 2s.
Yeah, the bench though, the rest of it, 3 through 5, you know. But yeah, Michael for sure, he's R&B.
So, Amani, what we did is we asked our social media, we asked the socials what they thought on the topic, and this is their 5 cents on who they would have in their group. So at number 5, we have Howard Hewitt. At number 4, we have Charlie Wilson. At number 3, we have El DeBarge. And at number 2 and number 1, tied right there, was Usher and R. Kelly.
See, the people know. The people
People
spoke.
know. People know.
Yeah.
They
So, Logical Genius, did you go ahead and ask AI what it thought on it?
Yeah, Amani, we are in the era of AI, artificial intelligence. And I asked the question. I said, if you were building a super R&B group, who would you put on your team, dead or alive? And this is what it came up with. At number 1, Marvin Gaye, the soulful visionary. The strength that AI gave him was emotional, socially conscious, and sensual. Marvin Gaye is the heart of the group. Nobody can glide between pain, love, and politics like he could. He brings depth and timelessness. At number 2, AI did what we didn't do. It had Stevie Wonder, the musical genius, which I mean, I love that name. Songwriter, instrumentation, unmatched vocal tone, not just the singer. Stevie is a studio wizard. He'd be the group's backbone, writing hooks, building arrangements, all of that. At number 3, AI had Usher as the showman. Brings in charisma, choreography, commercial polish, the smooth falsetto, the pop edge, the confident swagger. He's the glue between the generations, which I can see that. At number 4, it had Donny Hathaway, the vocal anchor. Donnie's voice is a sermon and a love letter in one. He'd carry the heavy ballads and harmonize with divine precision and emotional foundation. And at number 5, which almost made my pick, it put in D'Angelo, the vibe master. He brings the grit, the funk. He'd be the mysterious one who barely talks in any youth, but dominates every track and raw emotion and feel. And it did give me a bonus. Said on the bench it would have Chris Brown, because he was one of the most talented and pure entertainers of his generation. And I actually asked it to give me a name of this group. It threw a few names out there: Soul Supreme, The Fifth Element, Velvet Union, The Originals, and Heaven Sent. That's what AI had to come up with.
Oh, man. So, Amani, before we get to the place where you get to shout out some things, there's a couple of family debates I want you to weigh in on. All right. First one being this.
Here we go.
If we were going to delete this person's catalog, it's between these two people, whose catalog are you deleting? Are you deleting Usher or Chris Brown? You have to delete one.
Chris Brown.
Thank you. Thank you. Next one up. Even though I think I know the answer to this one. Who would win in a versus battle? Drew Hill or Jodeci?
Jodeci.
Let's see.
Okay.
Is that even a question?
All right. Well, all I need to hear was the Chris Brown. That's all I cared about. So Amani, this is the part of the program where you get to shout out any projects or your social media or anything that you got out there. Go ahead and give us that.
All right. Well, first of all, thank y'all for having me on. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. So I love the concept. So keep it going. Really interactive and debating. So I appreciate the invitation. Just a couple of things. Of course, get the book. It's out now. We made the USA Today bestsellers list. The Quiet Storm, a historical and cultural analysis of the power, passion, and pain of R&B group. If there's anyone out there who's a musician or who wants to maybe monetize their artwork, please reach out to me. I help creative professionals, particularly those who work a 9-to-5, but are like a musician or they want to write books on the side. I help them monetize their artwork. And you can just reach out to me, amaniexperience.com/call, CALL. Set up something we can talk. But those are kind of who I help and coach in my 9-to-5 day work. And just thanks again for having me.
Thank you for being on, and congratulations on the book.
Yeah, seriously. We're going to go ahead and say good night to the people. HLS, go ahead and kick us off.
Armani, you were a great guest, but you stepped in the wrong direction. Can't believe you don't like my group. But I got them next time. Thanks, everyone.
Logical Genius, go ahead and say good night to the people.
Well, Amani, I appreciate you. I can't knock your logic for picking SoSo Juv. I don't think you made the logical choice, though. But I will do better next time, everyone. Thank you for listening.
And Amani Roberts, I just have to say to you, sir, your decision-making was quite impeccable. It was just perfect and in tune. And you understand what R&B music is about. Yes, we're deleting Chris Brown's catalog. Yes, we're crowning SoSo Juv the champ. And yes, this group called Sex and Love is gonna be the group that goes diamonds, okay? We're gonna be up there next to Boys to Men, all right? Thank you, people, and good night. And Amani Roberts and our great guests, please say good night to the people.
Good night, everyone. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you come back next week for the next show. And just thanks for the love and for the engagement.
We're out. Amani.